Oh, and it's starting. It's starting, man.
Ah, never mind.
Just try to get that overlay. It's yellow and orange. Alright, everybody, welcome to IMBAtv, where everything is in balance. We've got IceCash facing off versus BSTQT. And, you know, this is the semifinals of the CraftCup Lite number 34. And, you know, go ahead and take it away, Jim.
Alright. So, fortunate for our Zerg player IceCash, these players have spawned in the farthest possible positions away from each other on Metalopolis. This is a 4-player map. This will allow IceCash to expand quickly should he so choose. This will make it rough for Terran to do any kind of quick bunker push or, you know, building a engineering bay in the expansion area or any of that. None of that silliness can happen with these long rush distances away from each other. Yeah. And both. It's a 4-player map, so the first thing these players have to do is figure out where their opponent is while establishing an economy and getting a few basic fighting units up and running.
And you know, it's great to see that IceCash lucked out a little bit by not getting that close spawning distance.
Yep. This will make a good even game, which is what we like to see. Notice that BSTQT is continuing to wall off the ramp to his base by building a barracks. We'll also notice that IceCash is up to 15 drones and over 200 minerals, and yet he is not attempting to build a spawning pool, and that's probably because he's going to lay down an expansion hatchery as his first building. IceCash has scouted the closest land rush distance, and to his delight, the scouting drone has discovered he's not going to pass the BJ Clam Shack. He's not going to go to the cafe. In fact, he's going to go straight into the Terran base and discover that BSTQT is as far away as possible on the map. BSTQT has already figured that out because he does have an SCV running around IceCash's expansion base. IceCash does not have an extractor yet, but has laid down a spawning pool. That spawning pool is about halfway completed. On the other hand, BSTQT still does not have a complete wall-off. He will go after this scouting drone, and the drone is going to limit the amount of Vespin gas that BSTQT can refine. And anything you'd like to add at this point, MC Duffs?
You know, it's an interesting. Actually, you know, it's pretty straightforward. I was trying to think of something, but...
Well, he's only got one... IceCash has only got one extractor that just started now. So it's going to be a long time before he has any upgrades. It's going to be a long time before Zerg can do any offense.
Yeah, and that's the only little difference here, but we are seeing this continual rebuild of that, and he does not actually get that extractor on there. Again, we see the second refinery going down from BSTQT, hinting towards more of a tech build.
And factory reactor going on the barracks, and a factory going being built right beside the barracks. So we may see a couple of quick helions as we see a building swap here. While that building swap occurs, we'll notice that IceCash is building one spine crawler in his expansion area right beside his ramp. If we take a look at IceCash's unit count, we're talking about 23 drones and 2 queens. No Zerglings for IceCash. 5.5 minutes into the game.
Yeah, no army. Just a spine crawler and 2 queens. Interesting. So
and starport by BSTQT. So BSTQT is going pretty tech heavy.
Yep.
So that, and also an armory. So that points to the possibility of a
mech build,
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, like maybe a Thor later in the game, but we're going to see BSTQT. He goes right pow. Now he does go up he wants to find out if IceCash spots him, and he knows that IceCash is not able... Oh, no, IceCash did correctly scout that attack. We saw that a couple of Zerglings were killed by those Hellions. Another scouting Zergling is going to die, so the Zerglings at least indicate to IceCash that a factory has been built.
Lots of creep going down.
IceCash is up to 3 queens and is building a lair. Zergling speed is 80% completed. Zergling speed is about 10 seconds away.
Banshees are on the way as well. You know, we do see the, you know, as you said, lair coming. It's going to be interesting to see what type of teched buildings we're going to see, whether it be a spire or a Hydralisk Den. I'm sure it will be a spire because of the, you know, start off of the Zerglings.
And here comes a Banshee for Beastie QT. So Beastie QT sits at 27 SCVs. IceCash sits at 38 drones. IceCash is really leveraging or hoping to leverage an economic advantage in the next few minutes. Notice that Beastie QT controls both watchtowers. Will this Zergling be able to sneak in? IceCash reacts to it. Let's see. This will be big if he can. He's not going to be able to do it. So I wonder if IceCash is going to be able to figure out, based upon each time getting killed as he brings scouts in, IceCash wants to know how many bases Beastie QT has. You know what I mean? That's why he keeps sending out little scouts.
Yeah, for sure. It's great. It's just good map awareness, Jim. I mean, it's cheap. It's effective.
Let's see. He will. Oh, look at this. Yeah, he's going to figure it out now.
He sees that there's no expansion, for sure.
Yeah. IceCash suicided a lot of units, and he did so to determine, you know, how many bases BCQT has. Let's see how that changes his.
And he better get ready, because here comes the one base push, Jim, as a bunch of Hellions, Thors, and Banshees come across the field here with Marines.
Yeah, 5 Hellions, 1 Thor, 10 Marines, 2 Banshees. The Banshees do not have cloak. The Hellions do not have Infernal Pre-Igniter. So this is a fearsome-looking army, but it doesn't have a lot of upgrades. You know what I mean? The Marines don't have upgrades. So none of these units have upgrades. This army may scare the hell out of Zerg, but it doesn't. And look at this: 10 Banelings, 40 Zerglings for Zerg.
Oh, and here comes a whole mess of SCVs to back up that Thor.
This is an all-in by Beastie QT.
That's right.
And that Thor is going to die.
I mean, it is a one-base push on the farthest rush distance, and it looks like all of the units by Beastie QT are going down, and there is just going to leave this Thor and a Banshee left to try to do a push with.
That Thor's got half its health. The problem is there are two spine crawlers, all these Zerglings,
and 2 queens. There it is. GG is called after that. All-in fails. Beastie QT does not get the point. IceCash takes it. So we've got a Zerg victory here.
Yeah, I'm still the queen bitch of the universe. You pig! I'm all creeped out.
And you know, I don't know, man. I think Beastie QT would have been better off if he didn't do the all-in on that far of a distance, because of how how long it took for him to get his units across the map compared to
you want to join in on me, and we'll keep talking.
And yes, it was definitely well played. I already did. Oh, I guess we're seeing a change in race. I gotcha.
I don't think IceCash is going Terran. I think IceCash is going to be Zerg.
It says he's ready.
What? No, he's Zerg.
Okay.
IceCash is Zerg. That's what I thought.
Alright, so it isn't going to be TVZ. And you guys, if you guys get, oh man, if you guys get a some type of video lag in the stream, you know, it just happens with the servers and stuff. You can hear us, so it doesn't really matter. So let's just keep going. All right, everybody, welcome to IMBAtv, where everything is in balance. We've got Beastie QT versus Eyes Cash, and this is going to be on Dimaga Caverns as we get into this epic TVZ. You know, this is the second round, or second game of the semifinals, so, you know, whoever, you know, if Eyes Cash takes the win here, he will move on to the finals, and if BCQT wins, we're going to see a third game. Yes, you best believe it is a best of three. This is the EU CraftCup Lite, number 34. Go ahead and take it away from here, Jim.
All right, the winner of this series between BCQT and Eyes Cash will win a very high quality Zowie Gear mousepad valued at €20. That player will also be able to fight in the finals for an additional prize as well. So there is something up for grabs in this series. Eyes Cash holds a 1-0 lead and plays as Red Zerg. BCQT plays as Orange Terran, is building a supply depot at the top of his ramp to begin the wall-off process. Now, in the CraftCup, loser chooses maps, and therefore BCQT has elected to play on Dimaga Caverns for this second game. Eyes Cash continues the walling off process as he's building a barracks at the top of his ramp. Anything you'd like to add at this point, MC Duffs, as we see the scouts moving out?
I don't know, man. It's just, you know, as Eyes, you know, it's so hard to say because I don't know if BCQT is going to try to do an all-in or what he's going to do here. But
look at this.
Yeah, this is very
interesting.
Interesting here.
The drone here and then scouting with the Overlord.
That's probably a good move. BCQT is trying to contest that expansion at all costs.
And Eyes Cash has laid down a spawning pool, so obviously expanding is out of the question at this point because he just doesn't have the money to do so. Eyes Cash is harassing the building of a barracks. That barracks is completed. Orbital command upgrade is underway for BCQT. Now we see a single extractor being, growing, I guess you could say. And Eyes Cash continues with this. This is a fascinating move here.
Another gas steal. He loves those gas steals today.
Yep. Well, it is a great way to limit the Terran. Build.
Oh, and here we go.
Cough, refresh, cough, cough.
And finally, BCQT, after losing 35 health, and that SCV will go down, and Eyes Cash, right now, we are 4 minutes into the game, and Eyes Cash has got 15 drones, 4 Zerglings, and 0 Queens. BCQT is building a factory right beside his barracks, which will complete the wall off of his main base. Eyes Cash, on the other hand, is expanding. Also has 1 extractor, but is not mining gas from that extractor. So Eyes Cash's number 1 concern appears to be minerals at this point. Still nothing on the gas front. So maybe Eyes Cash wants to build a certain number of Zerglings. Maybe that's what he's got on his mind at this point, or a certain number of drones. Right now, Eyes Cash sits at 18 drones. BCQT sits at 20 SCVs. BCQT's 5 Marines patrolling his expansion area, specifically behind the high grass.
Seeing a Maynard transfer right now as Eyes Cash is